But everything starts from inventory management here. And if I go to the inventory breakdown, it starts from the warehouse. The warehouse could be alphanumerical. I'm working with one of these warehouses that is available here. Let's say go with Houston. Houston, as you notice, is a simple warehouse, and I can prove it to you by looking at this parameter here, use warehouse management processes. You could indeed have a specific retail store, which is an extension of a warehouse, to be advanced warehouse managed, which is not at this moment. But I had some other customers that they did want it, so you could turn that on. The reservation is a bit different and so forth and so on. So keep that in mind. But as you notice here on the retail area, you have to select this checkbox, which is saying store. This is only for brick and mortar stores. You don't have to select the store if you don't want it to, but still you could do so. Remember, the store link at this moment cannot be used because you have some replenishment rules associated with. That means system controls to see if you have already transactions for replenishment using the weight. That means the higher the weight, the more. But let's take a look at Houston. Let's take a look at the detail of it. There's a nice feature, they call it configuration status. If I click on it, you probably get this error message as part of a demo data. This is no big deal whatsoever. I show you how to fix this very nicely. The problem is when you deploy a brand new environment is you unfortunately don't get the proper templates set up, and you need to take care of that yourself. You got to go to the retail module. And then, as you notice, there is indeed a series of different parameters that you can work with. One of them is retail shared parameters. As part of a shared parameter, there is an entity validation template. This is empty. That's the error message that you're getting. If I take a look at it, the template is not being shown. Now, where does this template come from? It's coming from the workspace of data management. When you deploy a brand new environment, the templates are supposed to be added in, but due to the demo data, unfortunately, it doesn't bring it in properly. So let's go to the data management on the workspaces. As you notice, there's a tile here, they call it templates. The template is not available here. The standard templates are not available. You have to load the default templates. You can pick and choose a template of your choice for data validation and everything else. This is a good opportunity for you to see for the system setup or workflows or general ledger or anything. There are a bunch of templates that are available. You have a capability to bring it over. Remember, the standard view is going to be changed in early 2018. You have a better framework environment that is available. They call it the enhanced view. This is what you would see. Can I import the template from another environment? Of course you could. If I import the default templates, this is going to say that I've refreshed everything. And now, as you notice, the retail value is available. Let's go back to the template. As soon as I say bring up the default values, you see the templates is going to be pop up. You have to always make sure that you click on import default template. System automatically take care of it for you. You don't have to be worried about anything else. And then you have to pick and choose this template here and save it. Then if I go back to the store and click on configuration status, no longer you get that error, and you get a very nice dialog box which has graphical representation as far as how much of the work it needs to be done. And beautifully, you get a link what needs to be done. These are the mandatory steps in order to set things up. And as a matter of fact, everything has been set up for Houston. As you notice, the designer of the button grid is available, so I have to continue with that demo. So now the designer comes up and you can see the button grid. Of course, the button grids can be a member of a layout. You can basically right click in here, go to the button properties and associate it with a particular image or an operation. There are so many operations that have been included in here, including the workflow capabilities. You could basically do whatever you like in here. And as a matter of fact, you have a capability to add your own custom controls and everything else. But happens that I'm happy with this device and I like to download the package. The retail modern MPOS can be downloaded. I can plug it in. Again, the pop-up blocker should allow it, obviously. I'm going to save it into, let's say, my downloads area. And as soon as it's completed the download, I can run it and I can show you that the modern MPOS will be indeed included. However, I'd like to go through this and show you issues that you may face. And I can do a side-by-side comparison between the two. You can see which one is of your interest and you can add it to the cell. Let's say I'm interested in this one. I click on add cell. Guess what? This is a product master. What's the size that you would like to have? Let's say I'm going with 38. Okay, is it a big or regular? As far as the style is concerned, I go with the regular. and then it's going to add it into my cart and is basically allowing me to continue in case you would like to. But if you pay attention, there's one over here. Maybe you're okay with the shirt, you want to go backward, and let's say you no longer are interested in the shirt. I'm interested in like sunglasses, let's say, and I just want to buy one of these. So I can add it to item right from here, or I can add it right from here. It's up to me. By adding it, now I have two. Good enough. Let's go back here. It gives you a mini cart. You can go to the shopping cart icon and it brings up everything here. As a matter of fact, if you do have any specific definition here, you have a capability to see them. If there's any sales tax has been already associated, is being calculated here for you. You have a capability to offer discounts. If it's not as part of the product, you could indeed take care of that. And you have the capability in order to go to the transaction options and do a bunch of other stuff, like for example, clear the line sales rep, recall the transaction, suspend the transaction, etc. Since I didn't count anything, I did the blind close shift, you have the difference amount. And depending on the threshold, you may not be able to post this. So let's say I'm going to count the actual money, and it's going to be $440 here, and 94 cents intention, I leave it as it is, okay, is missing. And then this is $259. I put $259 as negative. Why? Because it's a refund that we have given. And then $150 here. 94 cents is like difference here. And guess what? This has been done by GBP. Beautifully shows, and then you pay back $2.59 in USD. I post a statement and basically says the difference is this. Would you like to continue? Yeah, I take the burden. I click yes. And now you don't have any statement. And beautifully, that day is done. So I condense everything into a short demo for you to see from the moment that you deploy environment, you set up your retail, which is a long story, you configure everything, you take care of certain issues with the demo data, such as validity templates, configuration status, activating MPOS, CPOS, working with it, testing it, running certain transactions, and finally running the job to upload all the transactions over and indeed create a statement, and that will hit the general ledger. So a statement has been completely posted. You can take a look at the posted statements right from here. There are so many of them. This is the last one that I did today, and you can actually take a look at the statement reports right from there.